Hey everybody. I know it's been a while since I made a video. You're probably wondering, where's she been? What's kind of been going on? And first of all, I wanted to work on a few things. Um, on myself, on my spiritual growth, on my health, and just on my mental space in general. I don't know. It hasn't been the best time. And I'm just going to be vulnerable when I say that. Um, Something happened over the summer, and I think it's so funny is that in spirituality we talk about, you know, setting boundaries, letting people go that no longer serve us, living in a space where we live in our heart space, where we live in the present moment. Yes, those are great things, but sometimes that only gets us so far. And I had some things go down where I decided to go back home and visit family, and it was probably the worst experience I've ever had in my life. The last time I was home, my father passed away, and we were having like a celebration of life. So, it's been some time. It's been about 5 years. And so I thought, well, it's time for me to go home. It's time for me to kind of see people, catch up, see my old stomping grounds, that kind of thing. And then I realized, oh, that's why I don't go home. Unfortunately, it really put me in not such a great headspace. I was struggling big time. I picked up old habits of myself that I haven't seen in a long time. Old habits of myself that I thought I healed. Old habits of myself that I thought I've overcame came back up to the surface, and I decided to live those storylines back out. I decided to live in a way that isn't aligned to the version of myself that I wanted to be. Wasn't living in a high vibration, wasn't doing, my practices, and I just felt like extremely lost. And I'm not going to lie, I still feel very lost right now. I don't feel like myself at all. I just want to get back to who I was before all of this unraveling. I just want to get back to not the way things were, because we're always constantly evolving and changing and trying to be better, but just being in a way that I know who I am, finding my true authentic self, finding who I am. And I feel like this season in my life, I've been trying to find myself again. I've been trying to find who I am again. And so I have had no inspiration to make videos. I've had spiritual downloads. I've had crazy spiritual things happen to me, and I'm blessed in other ways to where I still have my connection with myself in some sort of way, and my guides, God. And, I just feel like, I'm grateful for that, because I never severed that kind of relationship, but I'm human. And I think with all the energies that are currently happening on the planet, we can only do so much. And I feel like maybe I'm being affected in some sort of way. And I even went back to old eating habits as well. And for me, that's just been not great. I feel like absolute shit. Like hormones all over the place. I even think I'm like premenopausal. Do you know what I mean? And so all this to say is this: I'm want to start turning a new leaf again. I want to turn in a way that makes sense in a way that to get back, not back, but in a way to elevate myself again, to feel better again, to feel my best again, to you know, elevate and raise my vibration. And so one of those ways was to go back on a juice fast. During this time, I've also gained some weight back. My clothes are like super tight right now. My face is like chunky right now. Look, I look like something's wrong with me. You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm having issues. And my hormones are up and down. I'm having night sweats, menstrual cycles all over the place, things of that nature. So that is why I want to go back on the juice fast. Because if you recall, and if you've been following me for a while, I did a juice fast earlier this year, back in the January, February-ish area, right there, 40 days. And I followed the protocol of lemon ginger blast with citrus juices. Perfect. It was great. This time, it's just me green juices and lemonade. So like a homemade lemonade made with lemon, distilled water, and agave syrup. And then different varieties of green juices just to keep it, you know, different and to kind of keep me on track. And I think this is exactly what I need. I journeyed about it to my guides, and it was strongly recommended that I go back on a juice fast. Coincidentally, when this is all happening, but there's no such thing as coincidences, right? Synchronistically, I am having a initiation for my shamanic practitioners. I'm finishing that up. And so when I finish that up, we're almost done. I'm about to get initiation. And I think what a perfect time to keep my vessel kind of clean. Get my head right. Get my health right. Get things right. And maybe that's not the route for you because you're thinking to yourself, well, that's not a way to get your health right. For me, it is. At this time, that's what I'm being guided to do. Okay. And I think this is the route that I need to take right now. I think this is the way that I need to go right now. And if you feel called to do it at this time, definitely start a juice cleanse as well, juice fast as well. See how long you can go. Right now, since I gained quite a bit of weight, I am looking to kind of get out of the 200s here. I typically sit at 170, 180. I have an athletic build body. I've always been like that. I weight train, strength train, and those kind of things. Played tennis my whole life, grew up to playing sports. And I, you know, feel comfortable sitting at that. And I think I'm going to go all the way until I'm kind of at that point and then build up after that. And that's kind of where I'm thinking about heading. I just feel, so, like I said, I feel so lost. I feel not in my power right now. And that's not a place that anybody wants to be, you know? And maybe you can feel my emotions coming through this video, and maybe you can feel how I'm feeling. It's like not this feeling of hopelessness. I still have hope. Do you know what I mean? Or I want to make the changes. It's more like I just like want to cry at a drop of a dime. I have anxiety coming back up again. And I just want to feel like, have that energy again, feel that life in me again, be happy again. Not that I don't feel happy, sometimes I do, but I want to experience that every day again. And I'm just not. I'm just not. And I'm like in these groups right now. I'm like still like in these different like vegan groups and raw vegan groups and fruitarian groups and all that kind of shit. And, you know, I just see these people making these strides and like changing their life. And I just feel like I'm just still stuck at the same point. And it's like, okay, I need to let go. You know, I think a lot of times why I'm like gaining this weight, like, and I'm holding on to this weight is because like I still have like emotions trapped in my body and I'm not letting it go. I feel stuck. I just feel stuck. That is a best way to put it. I feel extremely stuck and I just feel lost and I just want my connection again. And when I was on my juice fast last time, and if you watch my videos, you would know that I had like such a powerful connection with myself, God, nature, like it just all seamlessly flew, like woven together. And at that time I joined like I wanted to become like a content creator. I like wanted to like move in that direction, offer coaching to people, like move in that. And I was doing it and we were like moving and grooving, and then this kind of happened. Now I'm at a standstill, you know, and it's just kind of like the analogy of the roller coaster, right? Like I was up here and now I'm kind of down at the bottom again, and I want to start climbing my way back up. And I know that's the ebb and flows of life. I understand that, you know, just like the ocean rises and falls and the sun rises and the moon, you know, with the rotation of the sun and the moon. I know that, okay? And I know, and I don't want to be in this place of duality anymore, in this place of polarity, in this place of like almost like voidness, but not in the blissful way of being in the void, in the place of not knowing where to be guided. And, you know, I feel like myself has been kind of trying to control stuff lately because that little girl, that inner child in me was like brought back up, you know, by visiting back home. And I'm kind of living in a state like that. Then I became like the rebellious teenager version of myself for a while. So I was like, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to avoid whatever I want to avoid. I'm going to live the life that I want to live. And that's just not the way to go. And, like I noticed like animals don't, like out in nature, just don't feel connected like they used to, you know. Like I used to have like really good connection with bats. So it's like, okay, I'm seeing the disconnect, and I'm not in harmony right now, and I need to become back in harmony, and I'm going to do that. So maybe this is a video of me rambling. Maybe this is not. I just wanted to come on here and be very vulnerable with you and be very authentic with you and let you know where I'm at, let you know why I haven't been making videos, let you know why you haven't been seeing me around, and kind of letting you know like where I'm headed and kind of where I'm going. And like I said, I'm going to be putting out more content as I go along on this juice fast. I would love for you to follow along and watch these with me, follow along with me, right? And let me know about your experiences. Have you kind of been here before, like I am? And what helped you to kind of get out of it? And if you're new to the channel, you know, definitely subscribe. We have a beautiful community here. I'm trying to build that back up again. And yeah, I will see you in the next one and let you know how this juice fest is kind of going. All right, my friends, take care.